everyone. Let's get into it. Okay, so you are coming to Japan. So exciting, yes. And you have ADHD, which is great that you know that because I didn't even know that when I came here. So it's great, it's fine, it's great. But there are definitely some things that you should look out for, or like you should, I don't know, maybe if you want to be aware of potential problems that I I wasn't okay. I'll just shut up. I'll just talk. Okay. So number one, the worst thing out of all the problems that I have, like the bane of my existence here is recycling, right? Because like they recycle everything. Like you can't because you already know how stuff just like piles up like in regular life, right? And like it would be so nice. I wish I could just like put everything off the counter and just throw it all away and be like, ah, but you can't. You can't do that. You can't just throw everything away even if you want to. You have to like wait for like you have to like literally everything that can't be burned in fire has to be like separated and like put, and there's like it depends on where you are, but like if you like for me like and within walking distance I have like a little sorting area with like all the different like things, so I actually can like drop off my stuff whenever. I don't I don't though, but like I could. But if you don't have that, then you have to like put it out on the day. Like Tuesday is like what the non-burnable trash or like whatever, like you have to like not miss the day, right? So that could be better if it like keeps you like it makes you do it every week instead of like me who just builds up in my house for long periods of time till I'm like overwhelmed and I'm like surrounded by literal trash. um I'm gonna put in some pictures so you can see like literally it gets really bad, especially in winter too. Like I like put it in my closets before because like I just like have so, and there's so, and it's you can't, like literally everything comes in plastic, so you have like literally everything. It's like you can't avoid it. Um and then there's like some things that I can't even put in that little sorting area though. So I have like other trash that like I don't I have to like there's like another place you have to go to that's where you that's like or all the extra trash that you can't put in there. Um but I don't have a car, so I just am storing that trash in my house until I can like ask someone to drive me there. But that is a reoccurring problem for me, a very big problem. And so I suggest that like when you get here, you set up like a system right away, like where you have like a place where like don't be like, oh, I'll just put it all here and sort it later. Don't do that. Also, it gets really gross too. You have to clean and dry everything too. So like you should need to set up a system where like you like put it each separate thing and then like take it out. Like you have to I don't know, I mean obviously like I'm here, I'm just telling you the problems, right? I can't say that I have any solutions, so sorry if you came here for that. Yeah, I'm still struggling with that. So that's like the biggest one, right? Okay. And then number two that I didn't expect is that well, it's really, really dry here, right? Well, it's really hot and humid, but then it's also like opposite, like Gyakuni, it's like very dry in winter in comparison. And the first time I studied abroad here, I like broke out in like a huge itchy rash all over, and I went to the doctor and she was like, well, isn't it drier here than your country? Have you ever had a winter this dry? And I was like, what the heck? Japan is not dry. It's so hot and humid. What are you talking about? But no, actually, if you look up the humidity, it's like a lot drier in winter, and like the change of seasons, like it really makes like my skin really dry, which leads me to have like skin picking. Like I didn't really struggle with that back home, but since coming here I like am like I find myself just like picking at my like skin like all the time. And like I know someone from uh what like England, and then someone from like the Philippines, and like both of them also have like the dry skin issues, um like dandruff and stuff like that. Like it's crazy, like never had this issue before, and like it's really bad, like really bad. And not only that, but dehydration, like if you're already forgetting to drink water, like you need to be careful because like I also it was really scary, like suddenly, like it was last year, the year before, I was getting like heart palpitations and like pain in my like chest, and I felt faint, like I was gonna pass out a couple of times. That's never happened to me before, so I was like really scared. And I went to the doctor and he totally brushed me off. He's like, "You're fine." Um, and I was like, "I'm gonna pass out. I'm not fine." And he was like, "Maybe you're just excited." Okay, it was just, that's a whole other thing. But he is not helpful. And my friend, who's happened to him too, he was like, "That happened to me, and I was actually just really dehydrated. And I didn't know. And if you drink OS1, then you'll get better." So everyone knows about Pocari Sweat, right? That's like man's best friend, right? That's for like when you are like doing sports and it's like you need to drink that afterwards, right? OS1 is for like long-term dehydration. Like if you're sick or something, you should drink that. And so when I first started drinking it, I was like drinking it like totally fine. Like it tasted like nothing, right? And my coworker, she was like, "Oh my God, like you're drinking that? It's so gross." And I was like, everyone's like, "Yeah, it tastes bad." And I'm all like, "You guys are so weak. Like it tastes fine, it tastes good." And they're like, "It tastes good?" Like, so apparently the thing is, if you're really dehydrated, then it tastes good or it tastes like nothing. And if you're not dehydrated, when you drink it, it tastes really bad. So I was really dehydrated and I didn't even know. And so I drank those and I got better. And like now I still like have them on me, just to kind of like check every once in a while, especially in the change of the seasons. Cause like I never struggle with drinking water. I drink water like all the time, every day, like many bottles of water. I drink a lot, but like I feel like my body, like I don't know why, isn't like absorbing it or something. So you have to be careful with that, like drinking water and OS1 and like just like the dryness, skin picking. Yeah, like if that's like an issue for you in the US, like or wherever the heck you are, then like that's gonna be a bigger issue here. Okay, number three, also with the humidity, like mold, like literally mold. So like my bed is like kind of on the floor, ish. It's like on a frame, but the frame's on the floor. So like the first summer here, like I like never took my mattress off to like just took it off. So when I actually looked under there, there was like mold on the bottom of it. Cause right, if you have like a futon or something, you're supposed to like lay out your futon so that doesn't happen. Um, but like so I suggest you get a bed that's off the ground, like even just a little bit, so that there's airflow underneath, so you don't have to deal with that. Cause like I don't, yeah, it's like a hassle, and like yeah, so just off the ground, airflow, and like if you can choose your place, like avoid tatami, like avoid like stuff that like because tatami needs like upkeep, right? You have to be careful on it, like so I suggest avoiding that. Like this paper screens or whatever, like you just run into that, you're gonna break it. Like just avoid. I mean, everything looks nice, like right, like love, like traditional Japanese like style, like tatami and like all that stuff. But like, I don't suggest, I don't suggest that you, yeah, I don't suggest that. And also, side note, it's like really like food goes bad really fast here. So for like example, like back home, like if I had like a bag of chips out, and it's like a party bag of chips, like by the end of like the night, like it's like what, like 3 a.m., you can go over to this bag of chips and you can keep eating them and they're gonna taste the same, I feel. But here, you can already taste the difference. You can taste them getting stale like within the span of one party, right? Which really threw me off. So you gotta be on your stuff. Like you can't just like leave stuff out there, you know? Like you can't forget about it. 'Cause when you come back, it's gonna be stale. So you have to like put stuff away and like seal things up, right? Something to be careful about. Okay. And then number four. Uh, okay. I don't know. This is a really long one. I'll try and be brief, but it's about like rejection sensitivity and stuff. Let me see. Yeah, I have so many things. Okay. So like when I first got here, I was really surprised that I was really being ignored a lot, like by my coworkers and stuff. And because I kind of assumed that they would be like welcoming, you know, like and talk to me and stuff, and like but like I would say hi, and then they wouldn't say hi back, like in passing and stuff like that. And it got to the point where I was like, am I dead? Like it really got to me, and just that and being treated differently. Like there will be people who don't want to talk to you solely because that you are a foreigner, right? That's just something that's just gonna happen, right? So like that, and like okay, but the thing is though, from so okay, so I decided like if the person I when I meet someone, I kind of wait for them to like say hi to me first so I know that they're like okay with like talking to me like or a foreigner or whatever. And then after that, it's better to talk to them like if you want to talk to them um like the relationship it has to start it's like it has to start from you because like when I got here I was like oh like they're just shy they'll warm up to me and then they'll come and talk to me right no no that did not happen um like yeah so I have to do it from myself right like and I was originally a shy person so like I would so I had to like bring it up like I had to like really try to and it's kind of like the whole it's like spiders right they're more afraid of you than you are of them so like you can't be afraid to go up and talk to everyone because they're already afraid of talking to you because like they're like oh like I don't want to speak English even though I speak Japanese right they're like oh I don't want to speak English like I don't a lot of them have never talked to a foreigner before so like they're just like just some people are like literally actually afraid of me that's a whole other thing um but don't take it personally is what I'm saying like because like rejection sensitivity right like if people are ignoring you if people like don't want to talk to you don't take it personally because it's more about it's just about them right them not being comfortable talking to a foreigner right so it's not it's just don't worry about that and then also if you have trouble like for me I don't like people looking at me like I don't like I don't know I don't like it but people here like stare like they don't really hide the fact that they're staring um so like for me like it doesn't happen all I happen all the time but like I know for people who are like really obviously foreigners right that like they I know some of them that couldn't handle it and so they went home right because like it was just too much for them to like always be stared at always be seen as different you know that can also get to you um especially if you're someone who has like perfectionism you want to do everything right you want to do everything like the way that it's like everyone else is doing things right and you just won't be able to like if you have that like perfectionistic like mindset like you can only mask so much you know right because like even if you try and like do everything like everyone else like you just can't right no matter how hard you try you can't it's not going to work and even if you do it the same like there's still it's still not going to be perceived the same right so just don't worry about it don't worry about it like just do you be you um you they everyone's already expecting you to be different anyway so just it's okay like like you don't have to try so hard you can just be yourself right um and let's see oh my god if you want to talk more about this then I'll do a different video because there's too many notes and I don't want I'm too tired to talk about it anymore um actually I'm tired I'm gonna stop here.
Bye everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.